The original Yakuza was released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, and to celebrate the series' 10-year anniversary, Sega went ahead and did a full-blown remake of the original game. And now that title has made it in North America, Yakuza Kiwami. But is this game a worthy successor of the original Yakuza, or does this game just bring dishonor to the series? Yakuza Kiwami is a full-blown remake of the original Yakuza, using the same engine and framework as Yakuza 0, which made it to North America earlier this year. Of course, I won't spoil much about the story, as that's one of the best aspects of the entire Yakuza series. Though those who are familiar with the original Yakuza on PS2, the story is pretty much the same, but there has been more scenes thrown in that better connect things all around, as well as better connect it to other games in the series, like the aforementioned Yakuza 0. In the game, you play as Kiryu, who ends up taking the fall for a friend after a murder is committed against an important member of your Yakuza family. When you get out, you find that war is starting to brew, there's a whole bunch of missing money, your other friend is missing, as well as there's this little girl named Haruka who's important, and you end up protecting her throughout most of the plot. But why she's important and what happened to the money and your friend, you find out as the story unfolds. The core gameplay in the Yakuza series is that of a 3D beat-em-up. You can be running through enemy after enemy and punching the crap out of them, doing different combos, grapple moves, picking up plenty of weapons, and learning new skills as the game progresses. The techniques and styles end up carrying over from Yakuza 0, though you're in a little bit of a weakened state once you end up getting out of jail since you were there for 10 years. You're able to change your skills on the fly using the D-pad, and each one will have pluses and minuses depending upon what you want to end up doing against certain enemies, with faster or slower, more powerful moves. You'll be able to get more moves and level them up as you get experience for your character. The dragon set of moves you end up getting through a new mechanic that involves Majima, who's one of the most popular characters from the Yakuza series. You'll find Majima all throughout your travels. You'll have to battle him quite a bit, as well as you also will compete against him in the game's various mini-games. As you complete these, you'll end up leveling up a meter, and as you do level that up, you'll unlock more of these dragon moves. The core fighting in the game is pretty much identical to what we saw in Yakuza 0 and the more recent Yakuza games in general. If you've never been a big fan of it, or if you think it's a little bit on the repetitive side, this one won't end up changing your mind. There is a decent amount of depth as far as combos are concerned, the different styles, being able to block, grapple, and plenty of weapons to also use during the fighting. But a lot of the times you will find yourself button mashing and getting through things by just beating the crap out of the same kind of characters repeatedly over and over. The game's main story is broken up into 13 different chapters, and for the most part you can go through it pretty straightforward, but you're going to miss out on a lot of what makes the game so fun with all of the great side content that's a big staple of the Yakuza series. You have the sub-stories or side quests where you'll be helping various citizens all throughout the city, and you'll find a lot of these in your travels. Some are simple where you just talk to one character and do one fight, and other ones have more steps involved. You have a plethora of mini-games like billiards, bowling, darts, gambling things like mahjong. You have the Hostess Club where you'll be able to build up a relationship with the game's various hostess. You also have the Beetle Battle card game. Here in the arcade you'll be able to go there and you'll find cards throughout the city, and then you can have these girls battle in a rock, paper, scissors type of fighting, but they're dressed up as beetles. It's a bit weird, but it's an interesting addition to the game. One thing that ends up being a little bit of a disappointment is there aren't any of the classic Sega arcade games being included that you're able to play like we've seen in some of the other Yakuza games. Though you do have the UFO catcher or claw machine, the fight club, and a few other things thrown in that you'll be able to complete, adding extra hours upon hours to the game's overall length. From the technical side of things, the game ran smoothly for the most part. I didn't run any major glitching, crashing, and just a tad bit of frame rate slowdown here and there, but it was very, very minimal. Yakuza Kiwami is available on the PlayStation 4 for $29.99, and it does have a full trophy list including a platinum. Overall, Yakuza Kiwami is a great remake and another great entry in the Yakuza series. If you're a longtime fan of the series like I am, you're probably going to absolutely love the game. It doesn't have quite as much content or length as the previous released Yakuza 5 or Yakuza 0, but the game is at a budgeted price at only $29.99, and I have no complaints about that whatsoever. If you're new to the Yakuza series and are wondering if this is a good starting point, as far as story goes, I would actually recommend starting with 0. You'd be okay if you start with this one since it's a remake of the original, but I think you'll have a better flow for the events of the story if you end up starting with 0 first and then going into Kiwami. With everything said though, I'm going to be giving Yakuza Kiwami an 8 out of 10. But anyway guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.